You doing okay? You holding on to the... You're holding on well there, and...
I'm doing all right, but anyway, so that's how I found out I was saying his name wrong the whole time, you know?
Oh.
I thought it was Brandy Inn, right?
Right.
Whoops. My mistake.
That's okay. Listen, did you say the name to them at any point?
Oh, yes, several times.
And then they didn't correct you?
Directly to their faces?
Yep.
But they
for
didn't
years.
correct you?
Never corrected me, no.
Okay, that's their problem. That's their problem. That's not
they should have said something.
I'm just saying, like, why would you let me think that it was that way the whole time instead of correcting me?
I think sometimes people just... they feel that they're doing a nicety to you and they don't realize the damage they're doing, you know?
Yeah, they don't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been saying your name wrong for 5 years.
Yeah. And now it's worse, right?
Yeah.
Now it's much worse.
Yeah, but
it's too late.
How long does it take for it to be too long to say anything? You know?
10 minutes.
After perhaps
the first time
minutes?
I get it wrong.
Okay,
you know?
So then if it goes past the 10 minutes, then
you want to know
it's got to be 5 years before you can say anything.
Right.
Well, no, I think the first time, okay, that's fine. The second time you're not corrected, again, that's... If no one's corrected...
5 years is too long.
Did you...
Perhaps at least 1 year too long. Sausage?
No, I'm all right. Thank you, though.
Well, we should be arriving outside the Shire shortly.
Outside.
Outside?
Oh, that reminds me.
Outside.
Todd.
Yeah.
We had a conversation last night. You were still asleep. And we were talking about a word that can be used to sort of signify that maybe we've had a bit too much adventure. I'm sure I might do a little bit of complaining, not too much, but I didn't want her to think that I was it's just so miserable that we had to turn around and be done with this adventure for.
Right.
So we're sort of looking for like a phrase or a word or something that we can use that sort of it's beyond
that
the
says,
complaining.
Right. Because I wouldn't want anyone to be miserable.
Yeah, truly miserable.
Truly miserable.
But it can't be food, or at least not good food. I don't want it to be that certain. No.
You're asking me like what?
Well,
word
I know.
we
I'm
should use.
Pulling you in. You're good with words.
It's an open discussion.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. And it can't be food.
I don't think that would be, because what if we
perhaps
say
something
it by
that we wouldn't
accident?
be saying all the time.
Yeah.
If
all
it was orange,
yeah.
and
Well, I
was
mean,
like,
we could pick a
orange.
food that we don't have all the time, and we're certainly not going to have on the road. What's something
I
we
can't
can only
think of
get in
any
the
food
Shire?
that Oh.
I figured it would be something that we wouldn't talk about much, something we wouldn't see often.
Right.
We don't necessarily.
What's everyone's least favorite food?
Least favorite food?
No, because
because then we wouldn't be talking about it.
But what if we start talking about like what's your favorite, or what if somewhere has that, and we're like, no, because it's.
Well, can we not clarify afterwards? Oh.
Yeah, I just don't think it should be food.
No.
All right, that's fair.
It could come up. Who knows what sort of thing? No. And I don't want to put something negative to food.
Given what I know about hobbits, I don't suppose food would be a good suggestion.
No.
You tend to eat anything that comes into contact with your hands.
Well, that's not true.
What?
I mean,
that's not true.
If I have a handful of olives, I won't eat all of them.
I love
They wouldn't have put themselves in my hand if they didn't want to be eaten.
Right, but I am slower on olives than most things. I don't know. Maybe there's an. Mr. Gandalf, is there a word in another language that you think would work? And I don't. So it's good because it's not like we speak a lot of Elvish, but I don't know if we should use Elvish because what if we meet elves and we use that word and it turns out to be a very bad word? I don't want to be, offending anyone. Because the first thing that popped into my head was something like along the lines of the Wolfman, not the Wolfman specifically, not that, but because I think it's good fun to talk about him. The arcs, the stories with the arcs in them. But what if we run across orcs and then it's like orcs? And it's like, oh, you want to go home?
Perhaps,
no,
that would be bad.
Perhaps Dan
Dan
means father of man. It is the elves' name for those men who first crossed the Blue Mountains.
Oh,
Way back during the First Age.
Oh, Mr. Gandalf, you know so much about everything. Dan.
Well, I have
it's not something you
been
would say.
around, and I am quite old.
How old?
You're not supposed to ask. You can't do that. No.
Oh, what? Really? Even
Not
when he
really.
brings it up.
He did bring it up. He brought it up like, I am quite
said,
old.
"I'm
like,
so
he was just
old."
waiting
Yeah,
for you to ask.
Okay, because wait a minute. So your mom, right? You're at home. Your mom goes, "Oh, I'm so old," and the first thing out of your mouth to your mom is, "How old are you?" Can you imagine the reaction she'd have?
No, I would tell her you're 54. Wait, is
That's
she 54?
not the point.
It's been a while.
It's not the point. You can't ask people
no.
their age.
When was the last time I
You
said
have to give it
happy
willingly.
birthday?
That's
Oh,
just
jeez.
proper. That's just proper.
Cheese and crackers.
Oh,
a
I
good
could go
idea.
for that.
How long
Dan.
has it been since
Respectfully.
you have been to Brie?
We go
little
twice a
under-
year.
Yeah, I think it's been at least, few months now. It's been quite a few, yeah.
Did you find your travels difficult?
Oh, it's always terrible. I mean, the muscles ache from,
Well, I wouldn't say terrible.
oh, it's awful. The whole distance is just, it's one little hill after the next, so. But not dangerous.
Why?
The
you think
roads
there
have
might be
been.
danger?
The roads have been rather unpredictable as of late. They are more dangerous, yes.
Unpredictable? What does that... What do you mean unpredictable?
That means it splits in places. Mr. Gandalf, how do you spell
Like
a
a fork in
Dan?
the road?
Adan is spelled A-D-A-N
Wait.
in your
I didn't.
tongue.
Wait. I need. Just hold on.
Maybe he means more bumps.
All right, go. Say again.
In your tongue, it is spelled A-D-A-N.
Oh, that's easy. That is. Okay, great. Right, thank you very much. Dan.
Didn't even need to
I
write
like
that
it.
down.
I like it. I think. Well, I don't forget it. I think that that'll be a good word for us to use, and that is going to be our. I don't think I can take any more of this, and let's go home. And I won't be saying that word again. That's a promise. Until I need it, of course.
Very well.
Right, okay.
Good idea.
Easy enough.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Gandalf. I really appreciate that.
You're quite welcome. I will suggest that we consider stopping soon for the evening.
Oh,
All right. That seems like a good idea.
Probably within the next hour or so, as night will fall.
that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm
I'm gonna pretend like I know and understand that that's a good idea. I'm just not. Sounds
Well-
great. I think so too. Probably best. Nightfall and all.
I am your guide, but I should probably give you all jobs while we are on this trip.
Jobs.
What do you mean
All
job?
right, all right. What sort of
Like a
job?
We
duty
take a
or-
journey and you are traveling with multiple people, it's always a good idea to each take it upon yourself a different role.
I'm
in
not
the
doing
journey.
dishes.
No, that is not what I meant. I
Oh.
will be your
Oh.
guide and help determine the best route to take to Brie. Be there any troubles? You may also need a hunter, a lookout,
Oh, no,
or a
not good at
scout.
that. Not good at that either. What else you got?
Well, a hunter,
If cook-
a lookout, or a scout is usually the most useful role to take.
A hunter, a lookout.
What about
and a
joke
scout.
teller?
Joke.
Story crafter.
What about snacker?
That seems not so helpful, unfortunately.
Well, you got to test the food and make sure that it's good.
You brought the food. I believe you can make the assumption that the food is good.
A little taste helps every now and then.
Well,
just
you
to
know
be
what
sure.
they say about assuming.
All right. So,
No, perhaps you could
hunter-
enlighten me.
I dare not repeat it.
you can't just open yourself like that, Todd. He'll call you on it.
So, a hunter, a lookout, and a scout.
Okay, Hunter, I'm an okay shot with my bow. I can try
not
to
bad.
do some hunting, right? You're good.
I've tied traps for rabbits before.
Okay. Scouting, actually, maybe I should be doing the scouting.
I was just going to say, you've got great eyeballs.
Good eyes.
I
Scouts
do.
will require very good skills in exploring.
Right, well, I guess I'm not that great at it. Around
Oh.
home, I'm fine. but, around exploring.
I can explore a bit.
And lookouts would require a lot of awareness.
I'll do that.
Oh, well,
Oh.
I could also do that. Hold on.
Right. But I can't do the
I'm-
hunting at all.
I'm doubly good at awareness.
Oh, no. All right. I'm really not
I
good
should-
at hunting.
I should say that the traps that I caught for the rabbits, they got out of them. So probably not also good for hunting.
Hunters
You-
obviously should be somewhat good at hunting.
I think that's you.
I will be the guide here.
No, I mean, Piper and I, we're not good at the hunting. I think that's got to be you,
No,
Monton.
Lon.
What? Okay, I'll hunt. You'll look out, and then Piper, you're going to. Wait, no, you're scouting.
I'm scouting.
You're scouting. Okay, Todd, you're the lookout.
Look, that's right. Yep.
And then I'll
Right.
do the. Okay,
Right.
we figured it out, Mr.
We
Gandalf.
got
We
it.
figured it out.
I'm famished.
Wonderful.
Yeah, me
Our
too.
first trouble has been solved with ease.
Yeah, just a little
It's all right, if
conversation.
they're all
and-
like that, it'll be no trouble at all.
How many more
Yes,
troubles,
if they
Mr.
all
Gandalf?
were like that, it would be no trouble at all. Unfortunately, it is not often the way travel goes, especially these days in Middle-earth. Outside the
fine.
Shire, I should say.
It will be fine. Have we? Are we outside the Shire yet? Have we?
Yes, I've passed outside the Shire by now.
Well, we've been this far before. That's okay. We've been this far before. We've been
to Brie.
and that's fine. It's
But
fine.
what happens? Have we decided what we're gonna do to celebrate when we're outside of Brie, when we're somewhere we haven't been?
Well, maybe we could have a nice tea and sit down for a little bit. And
Oh, I like that.
I don't know how well I could be brewing tea inside of this cart. It's probably a bad idea, actually. Now I'm thinking about it, it's probably a bad idea.
Right, yeah, probably a bad idea.
Perhaps we can get some ale from Brie to bring with us.
They should have
That's not a
ale
bad idea.
available.
Oh, that's
We'll be
great
making
idea.
a stop at the prancing pony.
Get a little bit. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll get a little bit of ale and
A little
yeah, we'll
bit.
have it. We'll cheers. We'll clink our cups together and celebrate being that far away from the Shire. Or would we call it celebrating? Is that really a celebration? I don't.
Well, anytime you step outside your door, it's a reason to celebrate, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's fair. Okay.
Remember along that thing that I said about excitement and fear.
And not
That
not
it's the
being,
same.
and not being terrified.
Right.
Or
That when
telling
you're
your-
terrified, you're actually excited.
Right, telling yourself that you're having fun, or at least you're having not a good time. Well, I sort of remember what we said. I'll be all right.
Okay.
I'm not terrified right now. I'm not. Good. Everything's
Well,
fine.
you don't
Yeah,
look it.
Todd, what I was saying to Lon earlier last night, when we were talking about the word, was
That's what,
that
when you're scared to pretend that you're excited. I sort of gathered
'cause
that
the
from what you just said. The two of you.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of lying to yourself.
Is it really a lie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
it's not true.
Well, then I'm also a big fan of lying to yourself.
I don't
so.
think you're lying to yourself. No. I think.
Well,
it's
you're
true for you.
excited.
Yeah. It's good.
But it feels the same.
We would be.
Does it not feel the same?
Not for me, no. You know, like
Oh.
when I'm not going to be excited to see Wolfman, right? I'm going to be terrified. Those are
Yeah,
two
and
very
that's-
different feelings.
Yeah, but
Could you imagine? No, I can't think about it.
no, but it's not real. That's
Yes,
not.
yes, he is.
That's not
He's
real, no.
Yes, he's very real.
No.
If I have to tell you the story again,
It's not the story. I mean, the story's great. It's a good story.
what do you think they saw then if they didn't see the Wolfman?
A man or a wolf, or maybe both. Maybe it was a man and a dog, and then someone belligerently told a story, and it just sort of
They never
the
exaggerate.
wolf, the man,
Their stories are normally so boring. We wish they would exaggerate, but they don't.
Well, sometimes you get lucky with the story. That's all.
Yeah, sometimes you see a wolf man. And
I
then the
just don't wanna-
story is just
I
naturally
don't-
good.
And then
I
exactly.
think-
And
I
then the
just don't-
story's exciting, and you couldn't even make it boring if you tried.
Let's just not talk about the wolf. I don't think it's.
Now, see,
Look, the sun's going down. Look,
Seems
it's
like you're a
already-
fan of lying to yourself too.
All right. Let's pull over here.
What's about here?
This is as good a spot as any. I will have a look around and see if we can find some fresh water nearby, or perhaps we can have our scout do that.
All right.
Oh.
I think I can do that.
yeah, that's you.
Very well. Why don't you
And
have a
what
look
should
around,
I
see
do,
if you can
Mr.
find us
Gandalf?
some water, and you. Long thread, good. Yes. You can be on the lookout for anything that might cause us any sort of harm or grief. Just stay very aware.
What might that look like?
Well, if there is any sort of dragon that flies in wanting to roast us all, that would be a rather good thing to look out for.
Sorry, what?
If you see one, don't tell me. I want to be surprised.
No, they're not. It's not real. It's another not real thing. Launton has popped out of the.
Dragons are
card.
quite real.
He's
Proudfoot.
he's sitting against a wheel, and he is already starting his pipe as everyone else is moving around. Are you sure?
Surely you have heard tale around the Shire of Mr. Bilbo Baggins' exploits.
Okay. I don't want to get into a conversation about Mr. Baggins, but he's a trickster, okay? He loves to pull pranks, and it's well known. It's kind of hard to believe his word. And he spins a yarn. It's a good yarn. But...
Yeah, no disrespect.
No. But it's just, that's a good... You know, he left and he came back and he said, I saw dragons, and then that was that. And I you know, if he had brought like a scale or something, you know, like here's a dragon scale, you know, that would have been better.
He's a see it to believe it type.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Which will serve you well when the wolfman comes out of nowhere and decides to eat you.
When I see the wolfman, I'll go, you're right. But until then, I just don't need to worry about it. Okay, where's my bow? I'll go get some... Maybe I can find a rabbit or...
Well, I don't think we need to look for a rabbit now, right? Like we can just get food here. The hunting is for like when we're out in the wild, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's nothing like a little bit of game.
Practice?
You know,
All right.
just for... And unless I don't need to.
How
I mean,
much
we have plenty of food.
did you bring with you?
Well, I've
so
not...
originally there might have been like, you know, 4 sacks. We might already be down to 2.
Well, I'm out of apples.
At this rate, you'll have to hunt for food rather soon. Perhaps it would be a good idea to try and hunt for some now.
For practice, yeah, that's what I'll be doing, and you just wait. You're gonna be amazed what I'm going to get.
Okay, but don't keep us waiting too long.
Should I look for rabbits when I'm scouting?
I think it best if you try to find us some water first. Why don't you explore around and look for that?
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Well,
we have our jobs. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I haven't found any water yet.
Well, you gotta...
Am I just doing an awareness?
Taking but 5 steps from the cart is probably not going to be enough to find water. Keep looking.
Oh.
Perhaps you, young Lonton, could go see what you can hunt in the next hour or so.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Off.
I'll
off I
watch
go.
the cart. Make sure no danger comes to it.
It's very good. Stay aware.
Oh, I will.
I'm going to see just the path ahead a bit. Make sure
I still don't see any water.
Trees.
Keep looking.
What should I be rolling for looking for food?
You should probably be hunting.
I hate everything.
Oh no.
Oh no. You become the food.
Damn it. That was a log.
Say an hour or so passes as dusk settles. An awareness roll, please, from Toddle. Mm-hmm.
Did that go through?
Yes, it did.
Oh. Oh no. Total failure. Uh-oh.
An hour passes. Lawton arrives with nothing in tow. No water found by Piper. Toddles has
I'm just
taken
sitting
a
on the
nap.
back of the cart eating.
Gandalf returns. Well, I see you've all come back, Any luck with the water and the food?
No, sir. No water.
I don't think there's any animals in the area at all. I think it's just a barren place. A rabbit probably skips behind him. There's just nothing here.
Quite. Perhaps you could stop digging into that other sack of food for one moment, Miss Threadgood.
I wasn't.
Walk over and just wipe some crumbs off of your shirt.
Don't laugh. You're gonna make me laugh.
Piper, am I better than that at sneaking food?
I didn't find any water, so it could be raining, and I feel like I wouldn't be able to find water.
Gandalf looks back towards the Shire.
Oh, I cry.
Perhaps I could find others.
Other what?
No need.
Other adventures?
No need. Trust my instincts. Besides, it is merely our first steps out of the Shire. It is a good opportunity for us to find some sleep. This will be the easiest of our travels. Leaving this place, as we do, it is
An animal
dangerous.
just now.
Excuse me?
Was that an animal just now? Thought I heard an owl.
No.
Or a loon.
Please keep... Mr. Gandalf, keep going there. There was nothing.
As I was saying, as we leave the Shire, you may very well encounter scenes and deeds by others that you might find repulsive and terrifying. So take...
Like what, Mr. Gandalf?
Like a wolf man.
Like people being mean?
That may be the very least. But do not worry. I have seen many such things in my time. I will be your guide for a time. You must always remain watchful. And as much as you enjoy your food, you must consider the next day. Remember that. You will not always have sacks of food ready for you. Sometimes you must travel light. Your ponies cannot carry that much. Neither can my cart. Rest well tonight. You never know what may happen tomorrow.
He walks over to his cart and begins to set it
What
up.
does he mean we're not always going to have sacks of food?
Well, I think he means that perhaps we may run out of the food.
What? That's never happened before in the history of anything.
No, but if I don't...
If we
Well,
eat
how
all
far
the
would
sacks, where are
go,
we going to
but-
get more sacks?
Look, we're in a town. We can just buy more now.
Yeah,
Right?
But what if there's not a town nearby, you know? But what if it rains? Remember that big rain we had last year, and the cart got stuck in the mud, and it sunk
Right.
so deep.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
what if we get stuck out there?
That's okay.
Hmm.
It's an exercise in learning to be excited.
Right. Well, I, for one, am very excited.
I'm starting to not like that word.
Enough to use another word?
No. I need something to be excited about.
Well, how about a drink?
That could be exciting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prancing pony?
Well, when we get there, yeah, we'll have a big.
I just mean that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Something you can get excited about.
That, yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Right.
Look forward to that.
Begin without food. Can you imagine?
I'd rather not.
Do you think Mr. Bilbo ran out of food? Mr. Baggins?
Have you seen him? No, there's no way.
I mean, when he was on his adventure.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Oh, now I wish I had asked him about that. You don't think about the food, do you? And the stories. That's not something that comes up. They don't talk about, we fought the dragon, and we were a little hungry at the time. That's not part of it.
Well, do you think you'd feel hungry while you were fighting a dragon? Yeah.
I don't know. I think fighting a dragon, I'd lose most of what's in my stomach, and I'd be pretty empty.
Surely, I mean, it's a dragon. I'd see it from a ways off, right? It's not going to sneak up on us or nothing, right?
What if they could?
Wouldn't we hide? Right?
What if there's dragons everywhere, around every corner?
No, that's not a thing. No. We hear so many more things about, we've had
like
travelers.
wolfmen.
They're not everywhere. No. Maybe there's dragons. Maybe there are wolfmen. I think it's easier to not, or it's easier to believe it's not true. Like we were talking about yesterday, it's a terrifying prospect. Adventures. And a little bit, if something happened and we had to go home right now, I wouldn't be upset at all. And I'm just being honest with you. I don't, again, I'm not going to turn around and run.
No, I appreciate the honesty.
But Mr. Gandalf said that there's odd things out there. And he was pretty non-specific about it, and that scares me.
Do you think... Like... What if... I mean... It's not gonna change us, is it?
No.
Good, because I quite
Maybe
like
only
the
in
two
good
of you
ways.
as you are.
Yeah. No, it would. How could it not?
Maybe us all together. And in good ways. Like we'll be closer. Because we've been through even more. More life means more close. Right?
Right, but that's still change. I guess it just doesn't have to be bad change.
I don't think I thought this adventure through.
We were a little rushed. But I mean, this
we
is nice.
could change in the Shire also.
Oh, yeah.
Things change in the Shire all the time.
Well, the seasons
Some
change.
people move.
Sure. That's yeah. Well, sometimes, but yeah.
And then maybe both of you would get really bored with me one day. And then...
What?
Then we'd change too. You never know.
Oh,
don't
no.
need adventures for things to change.
No.
Change is mighty fine changing on its own.
Yeah, no.
Right?
I think there's fundamental aspects of us. You know, we've known each other for so long. I don't see why something would, drive a wedge between us from an adventure where I think we're going to have to rely on each other, Every time my hand goes for that bag, one of you help pull it out before I, eat too much. Oh, that's hard to say.
Yeah, me too.
Perhaps.
I'll really try this adventuring thing for you, Piper.
Aye. Yeah. I mean, honestly, so far, and I know I've done a lot of blubbering, but so far it's actually been pleasant. The weather's been nice,
isn't it? Yeah.
It really has been, yeah.
Weather. It's been good.
Good conversation.
I like being in a cart with you both. I like looking at stuff with you.
Yeah.
I like that my eyes are seeing brand new things and you're both there. And we're all seeing the brand new things together. Same eyes.
It would be weird, wouldn't it, if you were to go off and see all these brand new things and then come back and tell us about them.
I wouldn't believe you. Wouldn't believe you. Yeah, no, I have to come along,
of course we know that,
don't I?
but there is something special about saying, remember the time when.
Right.
We all know what
when
we're
back in the
about.
Shire and we're old and we're aching in front of the fireplace and we can say, remember that time we saw a mountain or we saw a dragon.
Oh no,
I imagine.
A mountain is enough. A mountain is enough.
That's fine. We don't need to see a dragon.
But yeah,
I wonder
guess
if Mr. Baggins is lonely. There isn't anyone who believes him. And there isn't anyone who saw what he saw. I think he's lonely.
I imagine it's pretty lonely, yeah. So I'm glad you didn't go on this adventure alone.
Maybe we should ask him when we
get back.
I mean, we're on our own little adventure, and
oh well, we'll have to compare notes.
Exactly.
And
I got some paper. I got some paper from the man selling a little bit. I can write down some notes as we go. Our adventures today, I can write down that hunting did not go well. We found no water.
Couldn't find water to save my life or yours.
And no water.
And the shortbread might be gone.
Wait. All of it? The shortbread. You ate it all in an hour.
That was a lot.
It was a lot. An hour's a long time. Nothing was happening. No one was talking. I wasn't gabbing. I just had to sit there and eat.
So aware of the shortbread.
I'll get more.
Okay.
Catch a whiff of old Toby coming from Gandalf's cart.
Now that is a Shire smell.
We are lucky to be companions for him. Right? How lonely do you think he gets?
Well, I think he's like 10,000 years old, so probably pretty lonely.
10,000? No.
There's no way he's 10,000.
That's...
Mr. Gandalf, how old are you?
You can't
You look over towards the cart. You begin to see the smoke billow and coalesce. It starts to form a shape. Wings begin to sprout from the smoke. And you suddenly feel this intense bit of fear for a moment as you see this flying creature flap its wings and head towards all of you. It has a serpent-like form and talons that extend from the body. It flies towards you and it breathes smoke as it flies through all of you.
Oh. That was a good one.
Is that a real thing?
Before.
Go to bed.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
Stop
You'll
complaining
tell me in
about
the morning.
food.
Okay. All right, Mr. Gandalf. All right, let's all bed down.
Do you want some shortbread?
You ate it all. Did you keep some and then?
I have a little bit of the lavender shortbread.
You know what?
I ate the regular shortbread, but there's still the
Oh,
lavender.
the lavender's my favorite. Yes.
All right.
No.
What?
Okay, a little bit.
Night falls and passes, and the journey continues. But for another of our adventurers, we join Andawin. Andawin, you've had a pretty rough day. You encountered a group of goblins, and you have sort of started to clean your wounds and whatnot. Do you have anything to clean your wounds, or are you left to your own devices?
I did not bring much supply with me. I was not expecting to fight today. I'll have to make for the town of Brie. Pay someone there hot water.
From what Rioth told you, it is quite a trip to head to Brie. It'll take you some time. Do you think you will find this thief there?
Good question. Where else could he go? I don't know any other landmarks out here. It was raining.
It has stopped.
To make it more difficult to follow his tracks.
It has stopped raining since you've sat down, taken a look at your wounds, and maybe dealt with some of these arrows. They are horrific looking things. Orc weapons usually are.
Yes, they are.
Did you take any of them? Did you leave them where you found them?
The arrows? Like
Weapons.
this one? Oh. No. Mostly too small for me, and crudely designed at that. I'll trust to my spear instead.
I imagine you're
One
quite
more.
hungry.
Quite. One moment. And that's the last arrow. Now, to slow the bleeding. I have to use a piece of my own shirt.
I think you can tell that the wounds are not too severe. You can probably get the bleeding stopped. At least until it's properly seen. But making this trip will take you some time. It's a good idea They keep a good pace for sure.
Right.
Do you settle down for the night?
If I came all this way and fought these things just for this thief to get away, I'm going to be in a very foul mood. Despite being sore, I'm going to check and see if this thief left any tracks. I'll do so under the full moon.
Yes.
I saw him running for it. I know where to look roughly. I'll see if I can pick up his trail. Maybe follow it in the morning, but I have an advantage at nighttime. I'll put it to use now. I'm going to walk out there and look around before I sleep.
Yes. Go ahead and scan. This will just be a regular roll. You won't suffer any penalty for being at nighttime because you see so well. Unfortunately, you can't seem to find any tracks. They become a bit muddled. Maybe that one goblin that ran, as well as the fight itself. You wander maybe for about 10 minutes or so, trying to pick up on the trail, and you can't seem to find it.
I suspected as much. The rain may have stopped, but I fear it's washed away what sign of him there was.
Are you going to hunt for food? Are you going to bed down for the night? What do you plan on doing?
I'm in no condition to go hunting right now. I'll wait out the night.
Okay. Do you make camp at these ruins? Alright.
Yes, they'll provide at least some sort of shelter. Better to hole up in here than outside.
Very well. As the sun fades, or rather, as the night fades into morning, you find yourself resting against part of the ruins, rock sort of in an annoying place, making your back spasm a little bit as you twist and wake yourself up. Dawn hits you in the face.
Off we go.
Do you follow the road? Where would you like to go? You have to sort of backtrack a little bit to find the road.
I'll go back to the road, but I'm not going to walk directly on it. Be foolhardy to do so, considering that Rio and I were already ambushed once.
Mm-hmm.
The roads are being watched. I will not fall for the same trap twice. I'll look for the road, but once I see it, I'll stay well clear of it and walk a few 100 feet offside it.
Very well. Make a travel roll for me. And an awareness roll.
Okay. Travel will be rough, especially if I'm not even using the road.
Okay.
But I am keeping an eye out.
It is slow going. Near the road, you think. And you don't notice any threats or anything through the day. Normally, you with a prolonged rest, you can recover your endurance. And I'm going to say that you can have that. You did manage to get sleep here in the ruin. By the end of the day, your wounds have sort of stopped bleeding. They're still very uncomfortable, and they've slowed you down quite a bit. You're much slower than you would normally be able to travel in a day, and you realize you're going to have to probably stop.
Right, and I'm sorry, how much of my endurance can I recover?
You can recover up to your full.
That's good.
You did get a prolonged rest. The day has passed, it's come and gone. Night falls again. Are you hunting?
I will not have much of a choice.
Your stomach has been grumbling most of the day.
Going to run out of food. I did not come packed for a long journey. Mating Rio was largely by chance, and I've not had a chance to return home. So yes. Ideally, I will go fishing if there is a river or lake anywhere nearby. But if not, I'll hunt a woodland creature if I must.
Okay, make an exploration roll. Let's find out. You do not find any streams or rivers nearby.
Very well. A hunt it is. I will look primarily to forage mushrooms and berries that I know to be safe to eat, and failing all else, hunt a rabbit or a deer. Alright. Just see what we can find.
Gotten yourself a great success. You can add a special success there.
Excellent. Well, I prefer not. Prefer not to eat meat if I can avoid it, though sometimes I must. But in this case, there's plenty of berries and mushrooms around here.
Yes. You find quite an abundance of fruit and nuts. You're able to sustain yourself.
Excellent. And I will do so quite quietly. Need not draw the attention of those that I've angered.
That is good.
Yes, so I will finish gathering this stuff up under the moonlight and then continue walking.
Will you make camp for the night, or you walk through the night?
I will not walk through the entire night, but I will try to make use of this lowered light, where I know that others cannot see me that well.
Very well. Make a travel roll.
But eventually... Beg your pardon?
Make a travel roll. That's rough. Unfortunately, you do take some more time to walk through the night. You realize as you've been moving, though, you kind of lost track of where the road was. Do you stop? Do you keep going? Do you try to find a place to camp?
Well, if I keep this up, I'm going to exhaust myself eventually. And I don't want to be trapped out here fatigued and alone. That gets risky even for me. I'll stop and set up camp and try to find my way come the morning. Camp, kind of a generous term.
All right.
Just try to find a way to conceal myself.
Very well. Going to have you make 2 more travel rolls for me. We're going to see how the next few days play out.
Okay.
2 more.
Let us hope for a Gandalf rune, otherwise this will not go my way.
Oof. Oh no! What? Oh no!
How?
I am uniquely cursed, it would seem.
Wow. Okay. You get very lost.
Oh no.
Eventually, over the next few days, you come to rolling hills. And about midday, you see these rolling hills. You kind of lost track of where the road was several days ago. You're generally kind of meandering now, and something kind of throws you off. Make an awareness roll for me. Extraordinary success. Wow.
My senses are quite keen, if nothing else.
Yes.
Though somehow I fail to track a road. Something else is here, though.
Yes. Something is. Midday. You can see nestled amongst these hills, there are statues. It looks like statues of men. They are wearing what you would imagine to be symbols of power, symbols of royalty, crowns. And one of these statues, past a dense thicket of brambles, you spot one statue that has fallen. It is shaped like a grim and resolute warrior, now covered in dirt and worn by time. But at its feet, wreaths of flowers grow. Make a hunting roll for me. You recognize king's foil. You think you can harvest some. It can be used for healing.
Wish I had found this some 3 days ago. Better to take it now than let it go to waste. Here we go. Have to sever it carefully. Beneath the base of the stem, but above the root, Otherwise, moisture inside slips out and it goes to waste. There we go. Got it. You're coming with me. If need be, I can trade this in town to one of their healers. Perhaps in exchange for a place to stay.
The area around you, it gives you an ominous sort of feeling. The signs of these what appear to be powerful figures and histories that you may know nothing of. They almost seem I don't know. Have you ever encountered any sort of place like this before?
I am actually quite well versed in the history of my people. Far to the east, but here in the Westlands, I have no idea what any of this is.
There is a smell that is a bit murky and earthy, and smell of death that you would be familiar with.
Perhaps grave markers, but they should bury their dead far enough underground that there would be no smell. And if they'd been buried here a long time, bodies would have turned to dust long ago, so why do I still smell it? I did have an extraordinary success. Is it possible I may gain some additional insight here?
Yes.
What else can I spot by looking around?
You spot nothing at first. Then something catches your eye. There is what appears to be a ruined door leading into some kind of, well, into one of these hills. Seems like the smell is coming from there.
I don't like it. Not one bit.
Do you go for a closer look?
I'm feeling excited / scared.
Me too. I should walk away. But I must know. I'm going to listen at the door. But I'm not going to try to open it. I'm not that foolhardy.
As you listen, beyond the winds that have just sort of gently begun to caress the plains, there is no sound of animals. Just light buffets of wind. There are no birds. No sounds of insects. And as you approach this door, this ruined door, this stone door, you can see bones near the entrance, just inside. Tattered clothing.
Is this door open already?
Yes.
Ah. Not a sound. Is anyone home? Hello? I'm going to back up and strike a piece of flint against my torch. So that I can see a little better what I'm doing here. And hold it up to the entrance. And study these bodies by the door.
You hold the torch up as you bend down, looking at the bodies. Or body? The clothes are tattered. You can make a roll for me. This will probably be scan, I imagine. You could argue for insight. There's a lot of bones here. I think maybe even with a failure, you would know that this is not, clearly not, belonging to one person. And the longer that you remain here, the smell seems to worsen. The smell of death.
Oh, God.
The light from your torch seems dimmer than it should be. And the light reflecting in from outside is far too dark.
I have seen enough. My people have dealt with fell magic before, dark sorcery. I can fight many things, and I'm good with a spear, but I will cross no sorcerer. I am leaving. And watching carefully to see whether I'm followed.
There is a gust of foul wind that emanates from further into this place. And you feel this horrific coldness travel through your body. The torch goes out.
Once I am suitably far away from this door, I will stand motionless. And try not to draw any further attention.
Please make a stealth check.
Oh boy. I will invest a point of hope into this roll. Do my best to be quiet. It's still not enough.
As you're keeping an eye on things and you try to stay still, you plant your foot down and realize that you've stepped on one of the bones. They clatter. And you try to remain still. You begin to see shapes moving in the darkness. Have you lost anyone, Andawin? Anyone that you cared about?
I have.
There is a greenish glow that begins to form in the darkness. There is no reflection of the light, though. It seems to dance amongst the darkness. And the shape that is there resembles this person. You see their face.
Rondar. Is that you? This must be a trick.
Andawin.
Rondar, my brother.
Come to me. Embrace me.
I tried. For my brother, I would obey any request. But you're very far west of where you died. And this place reeks of foul sorcery. I do not trust that this is actually my brother's spirit that speaks.
You forsake me. Andawin! Andawin!
Undar, if nothing else, know this. It was not fear that took me. I simply didn't want the child to get hurt. It was not cowardice, no matter what the others say. I was not afraid. I was not afraid! I didn't run. I didn't run!
Coward! Come to me. Beg for forgiveness. Come here and...
I will do as my brother says. I would gladly have died that day if it meant that you could live.
I need you to make a...
How certain am I that it is in fact my brother that speaks?
Make an insight roll for me.
A great success.
You can choose one of the special successes there.
I feel like in this situation I should gain as much additional insight as I can.
This is not your brother, Andawin. With each step that you take closer, you realize that the smell of death is worse and worse.
I will stop in my tracks.
And you start to see other things as you're making your way in. Other bodies that are not simply bones. Bodies that must be only a few days old.
Andawin, my brother, the coward. Sit upon your knees and beg for forgiveness.
Even in death, even corrupted by foul sorceries, my brother would never surround himself with the blood of the innocent.
Andawin!
The mouth is exceedingly large and far too big. When the scream happens, you see for a moment, the visage distort, and you see rotting flesh
Oh,
of some other person, some other creature.
At Eriador, a noble return. This is what we gave my brother. He returned to nature, his spirit is at rest. And you are an imposter.
One such as you. One such as you would dare question me. One such as you would enter my domain. You are foolish, and you will die like the rest.
Foolish I may be. And return to nature, we all do eventually. If you would take me, then come out here in the sun and do it.
You realize, as you say this, you see that this creature has stopped just shy of the barely there reflected light. It stares at you, a rictus smile upon its face.
You will see your end soon. There are others that will take this joy from me. Begone.
As this is uttered, the wind begins to increase from inside this cavern. You feel yourself being pushed backwards as the dust and the musty smell follows you. Do you try to fight against it, or do you allow yourself to be pushed outside?
I intend to take my leave of this place, but not at his whims. I will resist it.
Make an athletics roll for me. You hold against the wind, and you hear the reverberating sound of laughter.
Your death will be slow and painful, and when?
How is it you know my name?
As this breath is released, the wind stops. Light seems to grow brighter outside. You start to hear the sounds of the plains again.
You call me coward, yet it is you who leaves. very well. I'll take my leave of this place, but first, I will look at any landmarks I can find. I will burn this place into my memory. In case what he says is not true. He says someone else will kill me and take that pleasure from him, but if he is wrong, I live through my travels. I will be back. And I'll give him his opportunity in person.
I shall hold you to that.
Should have returned to nature. Not become this creature of hate. I will take my leave of this place.
And with that, we're going to go on our break. If you haven't done so, please make sure you're following all these wonderful people. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/ashes to go follow them in all of the places. And if you have yourself a Prime Gaming sub that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes. Go support these wonderful people, please. Even if you don't have a Prime Gaming sub, just go ahead and throw some money at them. They're wonderful role players and wonderful people. Go support them. We are going to be back in just a few minutes. Hang tight for more of Ashes of Eriador. Back in just a little bit.
Ah, there is Brie up ahead.
Oh, good.
What's happening? How do you feel?
Pretty good.
Excited?
Yes. Definitely not terrified.
Good.
Just excited. You? Both of you? Regretting your choices your whole life?
Well, no,
Oh, not
just,
yet.
It's just Brie,
Okay.
you know. We've usually had a pretty good go of it here. So,
Right.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
but Mr. Gandalf did say that, you know, the roads being what they are, there's some dangers and whatnot, and we've avoided those, I guess. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, we didn't see a single mean person on the way.
Not a one.
No.
I do kind of feel bad about eating the shortbread.
I helped. We helped.
We can get more shortbread.
You think they
It's
have some
okay.
at Brie?
Sure, well, someone's going to be...
Oh, certainly.
I wouldn't see why not. Actually, that's a good idea. We'll have to think about what do we want to get, stock up on.
Supplies, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea.
And we'll get that
Whoa.
sorted.
Oh,
Okay.
Doors are closed rather early. It is only barely night.
Gandalf walks up and knocks with his staff on the door.
Who goes there?
Gandalf.
And what's your business?
Okay.
My business is my own. I wish to venture inside with my traveling companions.
down here.
We wish to stay at the inn for the night.
I see no traveling companions.
Down here.
Oh,
We're right here.
hold on a moment.
Hey.
He opens up the smaller door.
Oh, hobbits.
Very well.
Oh, good, he's opening it. Okay, good.
You see the nighttime city of Brie. Why don't I take you over here?
Ooh.
No.
To the map that I made.
What? Just casually
What?
look at the fucking map I made! Oh my god!
Oh
really
my
good.
god, dude.
This is really good. Look at that.
Casual.
Casual. It's fine. It looks really good.
Very well. We will make our way inside. Thank you for your courtesy.
It's my job, sir. I have to look out for the town itself.
Very well. And what of your experience as of late?
What do you mean, sir?
Have there been any strange entrance into town? The look you gave me. It was one of worry.
There been strange folk about.
What do you mean strange?
There's been lots of talk, you see, sir. Talk of lots of folk outside these walls.
I can't hear what he's saying. Can you hear him?
No, I can't hear anything.
There's been well, it's a good thing you arrived, sir.
Something about forks.
Orcs.
They're talking about the shortbread.
Do you think they're out at dinner?
Probably.
Very well. Have a pleasant evening.
I think they have pheasant on the menu.
Oh,
You as well, sir.
Pheasant.
Yeah.
Day.
that's good.
Do you think they have potatoes?
Come on,
Of course.
let's
Probably.
go.
Oh, yeah.
Good taters.
Here we go. Probably give the man a big smile and just a as we go by.
He looks at
I'm a
you
huge fan
strangely.
of pheasant.
Pheasant.
Forks, too.
I'm trying to impress him with my awareness.
You're good. Yeah. Mr. Gandalf.
Yes.
So we usually arrive much earlier in the day when we're traveling because we come in a little group there. You said it's the doors closed earlier than normal.
Yes. It is only an hour or so past sunset. They leave the doors open for the day. This is rather early to close them.
What does that mean?
I do not know. We'll have to speak to the patrons perhaps at the Prancing Pony.
Right, okay.
Right.
But I am set at ill ease after speaking with that gatekeeper.
Why are your eases ill?
There is a foul air about.
That wasn't me.
There have been strange sightings when last I was here as well.
Strange how?
Sightings of what?
Bandits, robbers.
Oh.
I've seen and heard tale of those speaking about farmsteads being burned.
Oh dear.
Farmstead? Who would want to do that? That's terrible. That's someone's entire livelihood.
Yeah, it's mean and wasteful, and it doesn't make... Why?
I do not know. But here in Brie, there are many travelers, such as ourselves, make their way through the prancing pony. I think you'll find that Barnabas Butterbur, the proprietor, and his son Barleyman are rather loose-lipped. Perhaps we can find out more information here. Come.
Mm-hmm.
Grows later by the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
The entire pony's up there.
I'll do that. I help get the
I will
situated.
also help. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Inside, you can obviously smell wonderful smells of food
Oh, finally.
coming from inside and making their way outside. You can even smell that tavern smell of a little bit of piss as well as ale.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, lovely.
Just makes you feel wonderful. And plus you can hear the sounds of
Right at
the
home.
conversations taking place inside, making their way out towards you.
Very well. Follow me.
Mm-hmm. Lively in here.
Very loud. It's all right. They're having a good time.
Aye.
Well, shall we get that pheasant? See about that pheasant?
I'm starving.
idea.
I've
All right.
got cured, or like a cured pork. Oh, I'm so hungry.
I'm famished. I could go for an ale and another ale, a pint.
All right. I'll head over to the bar or what have you, and I'll ask for some food and some pints.
Whoa!
There's a lot of tall people here that are just kind of bumping you around.
Pardon me.
Hey,
Oh,
excuse me.
almost got me there. And knocked
You
me
can
right on
see
me
that
bum.
there are some hobbits making their way about as well. And make your way over towards the bar. There's stools with like a step up, basically, to help you climb on up, eventually giving you a little bit of a view above the bar. Just a slight, you manage to get your eyes just at bar level.
All right.
There's a rather rotund individual with some really curly-looking sideburns, very greasy-looking mustache that's sort of very unkempt, big googly eyes, and a very greasy, shabby comb-over at the bar. And you recognize the older gentleman, Barnabas Butterbur, serving drinks.
Oh, hello there.
Hello, hi. I was
Oh, I
wondering
recognize you folk.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're the ones that sell the honey.
Right, the honey.
That's
Very
right.
good, very
Uh-huh.
good. And how is the honey business treating you?
Oh, it's great. It's going really well. We're mixing some new things, trying some new variety, and it's going great. Thank you for asking. That's very kind. We're not here selling honey at the moment, though. We're here on an adventure.
Oh, an adventure. Lots of folk come through here looking for adventure and going out on adventure. All sorts of folk come through here. And all those folk require a good, hearty ale.
I like the way you think. Yes, 3, please.
Excellent.
1
3
for each
pints.
of us. And do you what about that pheasant that I heard you have?
Yeah, do you have pheasant?
We do, in fact, have some fresh pheasant.
Oh, look at that.
A bit smaller on this side. It is the summer, you know.
Oh, that's all right. We'll
I suppose it doesn't matter for you folk, though, do it?
No. Well, actually, you might be surprised. So we'll have 1 each.
Oh, right. Very well. Coming
Great,
right up.
Thanks.
Just be a moment. Give me a moment for your ales, and then we'll bring your pheasant right over. There's some tables for hobbits in the back, hobbit size.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's your name?
Name's Barnabas.
Barnabas. Thank you very much.
Oh, very nice.
It was a bit
indeed.
weird when we were coming in.
We didn't introduce our manners.
people
I'm
were-
so sorry.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah, that's terrible manners.
sorry.
Do you
I'm
wanna go
Piper
first, or-
Took.
Right.
Right.
I recognize that hat. Is that Gandalf?
Oh, that's Mr. Gandalf.
Oh, yeah.
it's kind of
That's right.
He's our traveling
with him.
companion. We traveled together.
He seems to be like disregarding what you're saying. He's like keeping an eye on Gandalf. You can see several of the other patrons as well are kind of like spun towards Gandalf. It's Gandalf.
Gandalf the Grey.
You hear lots of muttering and people sort of bit bewildered by the presence of Gandalf
Oh, is he
as
famous outside the Shire?
Yeah, he probably does his fireworks here too.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Probably. Mr. Barnabas, we were hearing that they closed the doors early. Do you know what's going on with that?
right. It has been well, it's been a very interesting last few months, I have to say. A lot of strange folk making their way through here. A lot of undesirable
Strange
types.
how?
Well, there's been a few robberies about.
It's terrible.
Very unlike the people here in Brie. Very unlike the, the usual occurrences that you might see.
Right.
It's true. Brie folk are very friendly.
You might have seen some of the
Oh,
Brie
very
wardens
friendly.
making their way about.
Yes.
What kind of robbery? Like,
A few houses have been robbed.
houses?
That's right. Some robbers have absconded with. Oh, I think old Ernest's. It was old Ernest's. So fine silver.
Not Ernest.
Fine silver.
Not Ernest's fine silver.
That's right.
That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm sorry to hear
horrible.
that.
That is bold to just be going into
Yep.
people's houses
Yep.
and taking things. I mean, not to
Especially
condone it
silver.
on the
That's-
road.
You
I just
eat
feel
with
like
that.
Yeah.
There's been some strange travelers making their way through here as well. Some of those rangers.
Where are they going? Rangers.
And,
Well, that's
and,
right.
and what
Sure, they
what
brought
about
these robbers with them. Strange
Yeah,
folk.
What's a range?
Is that
I
something
always-
they
What
do?
would rangers be doing?
Well, they look all ominous and they scare all the patrons.
Are there any here? Are there
Mr.
any here right now?
Loremaster. Sorry. Mr. Loremaster, do I know who rangers are?
You can make a lore check.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Please, please, please. No!
You do not, unfortunately.
No! Okay.
Those rangers can be very bad for business. Lots of people tend to leave. They hardly say a sound. I usually try to put them in the back. Keep them away from sight.
You put them in the shadows and that make them more ominous.
Maybe. But it also keeps them out of sight.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's different if you put them next to the fire and then they're like the glows bouncing off of them and
Yeah.
Okay.
Or next to the hobbits, because then they look... Yeah, because then they look even bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We tend to do that.
Plus, there's been this very strange fellow that entered town only recently. Very strange.
Who's that?
Very hairy.
Harry.
Well, he was some kind of beast.
It's not the
It's the wolf.
Is it the wolfman?
It's not
Does he look like a wolf, sir?
Man is here.
Is he part wolf, sir?
You can judge for yourself.
Big
It's
teeth.
over there.
What?
Don't look. 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 Don't look.
Don't look in his eyes.
There's too many people in the way. I can't see.
There's too many eyes.
I can't see him. Is he standing or sitting? I don't.
I imagine Andawin would probably be in the back table where he sits the rangers, yes? Sort of far away. Sort of far away from everyone else.
Yes, although it's more for their sake than mine. People always pick the farthest table away from me for some reason.
Maybe it's because you eat people.
No, listen. He's there's no. It's not. Look, there's no wolf man.
What do you call that then?
Look, do you think they would just let
He
him?
does look very wolf-like.
No, I can't see him. Do you think that
Pretty
they would just
wolf-like.
let a half-wolf person into here and just be all casual about it? No.
Here's your ale.
That's not very kind. Oh, thank you.
And where will you be sitting? We can bring the pheasant out for you.
Oh,
I pointed
where-
a table right next to the wolfman.
Why would you do this?
Where, is there a table? I can't see. Is there a table open over there?
Oh God! Why would you pick that?
I'm excited.
table?
I'm excited.
There should be a table back there.
All right. Okay. We'll be
Don't know
back there.
where Mr. Gandalf went, though. I saw his hat come by.
Oh. We'll also have another round.
Yes, please.
One
you
more
think
pint
that
for
we're-
each of you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Probably by the time you're done with that, we'll be done.
You know, two hands, two.
Yep.
You know, it just.
I do enjoy some hobbits coming through here.
Yeah. Here you go.
All
I'll
right.
pay for everybody. There
Thank
you
you. Very kind. All right.
No, really.
Pheasant should be out any moment. Yes, I can help you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
We'll
No,
go-
really,
look,
to the table first.
look,
You gotta
it's
go to
fine.
the table
It's-
first.
no,
You go
we'll
to the table first.
He
I'm
can't.
not going
He
there.
can't be.
Listen,
He
no,
can't
no,
be.
He's gonna look at us and he's gonna eat us like we're gonna eat that pheasant. That's exactly what's gonna
He's not
happen.
gonna. He's not gonna eat us in Brie.
He's not. He's
We're in
not
public.
real. He's,
Oh my God,
It's a-
I mean, no,
it's
it's not
with Brie.
Not that he's not real. No. Okay.
Oh,
To
God.
have us with
Look,
cheese.
Let's go.
Do you think
no,
he eats
let's
the hobbits
let's
by
go.
themselves?
Listen, let's go over there. I can't even see him. Let's go over
No,
there.
I thought
and
about
we'll
it.
Just say
I don't
hello.
wanna. Nope.
Yeah, we'll just say hello.
I start. I'm going.
Oh, no.
I just take off.
It's just a man.
She's gonna
It's
die. You
probably
gotta
just a
let her
man.
die by
Yeah,
herself.
It's fine. That's fine. Come on. I'm grabbing
Well,
Todd's.
he's
Todd's
like pushing me,
come on.
and I'm just kind of like doing that thing, like, oh no,
Come
no,
on. Yeah, it's
no,
not.
no,
It's not.
no,
It's not
no,
going to be.
No.
And then.
Told you I didn't wanna go
Where
get
did he say he
eaten by
was?
a
Where I
wolfman.
can't see him. Where did he say he was?
I'm looking around for a man that looks like a wolf.
Where?
There's nobody that looks like a wolf in this place.
Is there anyone?
Does he
Is there
look
any
unruly,
particularly
though?
wolf-like?
Like,
Yeah,
okay, so
like
with
giant?
with him being back in the corner in the darkness with all this hair, does he have an ominous look about him?
Who is the best amongst you? I mean, he was pointed out. Who has the best
Okay.
insight?
I have.
I think I probably do.
Probably.
Oh, maybe not. I have two.
I have two
I
as
also
well.
have two.
Yeah, so we're all the same. So whoever
We're all
wants
the
to roll.
equal level
One of you
insight.
choose somebody to roll.
Well, I think it should be you because I'm terrified anyway, right? You're the one going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Piper.
Yeah.
If it's
Piper's
of any
going forward,
use, if it's of any use, I am.
Well.
Oh, God.
Is he terrifying?
All right. So was he?
Well.
What does it look like?
So you.
Well.
He's gonna eat us.
So you're trying to get a read on this individual, but what are you doing, Andawin? What do you look like here? Are you uncomfortable in this place?
I'm a little on edge every time I'm indoors in the city. I'm not used to cramped quarters, but I am also ravenously hungry because I was lost in the woods for days, living off of berries, fighting goblins, and running from a ghost. So, frankly, I am willing to put up with this interior because I'm starving.
So he's devouring more food than a hobbit on a holiday right now.
Probably also worth mentioning at
Oh,
this
dear.
point that I am 7 feet and 3 inches tall.
Fuck that. Oh.
So
So
So when you are looking for someone in the room who stands out, I am probably hard to miss because even while sitting down, I am still as tall as, so, you know, a waitress.
cramped into this like space with this table far in the back is this
No, I don't know.
hulking brute of a man that is the hairiest person you've ever seen. And, you know, that's saying a lot with your Aunt Matilda
That's
and
saying a
all.
lot with Matilda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
All right.
the hairiest hobbit I've ever seen.
Piper.
She's hairier than a dog.
And you're not sure of this person's intentions. They are devouring this food. They don't look like a wolf, but
They certainly eat like one.
they seem to have little regard for anyone else here.
I am terrified, but something I'm trying to do, which has been a running theme, is to overcome the fear that I have and turn it into something positive. And that's kind of the place where I am right now. So, I'm just excited. So I'm going to walk up. Excuse me, sir?
What is it, little one?
He's a wolf man! I told you he was a wolf man! Oh no! Oh no! Oh god! It doesn't exist in the house now! Right in front of your head! He's gonna eat us! Ah!
Are those two over there your friends?
Yes?
They've been
Yes, sir.
staring at me since I got here.
Well,
Since they
sir,
got here.
do you think it could be on account of the eating hobbits kind of thing, sir?
Eating
The
hobbits?
eating the hobbits thing that you do, that Mr. Wolfman, sir. I'm sorry, I'm trying to...
Been at least a couple of weeks since I've eaten hobbit.
Oh my god! I run away.
Heard that! Oh! He admitted to it! You heard it right out of his mouth! He admitted it! It is the wolf man, and I told you, and everything that they said in that story was true, and you owe me an apology!
You
That
were
was
right.
a jest, for the record.
What?
Just,
Who jokes about eating hobbits?
sir, do you know your reputation, sir?
What reputation?
As a hobbit eater, a wolf man. A man, part wolf, part man, hobbit eater, kind of feaster upon hobbit flesh, breaker of bones of tiny, tiny hobbit bones, happiness ruiner.
Do you break the bones
Okay,
before, or do you is it like eating a whole type
Do you eat them
situation?
whole?
Down.
Oh,
Wolfman. Did you lot start that story?
What?
dear, no.
Sir, no. We
You
didn't
did
start
with your-
nothing. Absolutely
with your-
nothing at all.
I
Like,
did.
Actions,
I did
sir.
nothing of
I think-
this. I did nothing of the sort. I don't know why. Starting, what's it been? 2 or 3 months ago, people started calling me that, but I have no idea the origin of the story.
Well, I didn't think that someone who
We've
regularly ate
never
hobbits
eaten
could
a
be
hobbit.
sitting in Brie, a prancing pony, kind of drinking ale and
It
things.
was a story. It was just a story that, and I tried to tell everyone that it wasn't
He
true.
lied. You're telling me they exaggerated for the first time in their life?
I don't really
don't
even
believe
eat meat as much as I can help it. I prefer to leave forest creatures alone.
Well,
My people stress the importance of balance in nature. We do not hunt more than we need.
Well,
So if I can live off of nuts and berries, then so be it.
we don't eat as much.
He's rejecting his wolf nature.
I don't. He's not a wolf.
There's a lot of potatoes on the table, a lot of vegetables.
I'm
All right, listen, small one. What's your name? You with the blonde
Which
hair.
one? Piper took, sir.
Don't give him your real name.
Okay, well, if we're going to continue talking, either you come sit here next to me so I can stop shouting, or you bugger off. One of the two, because I'm not going to keep yelling across the room.
Why does she do that every time?
We have to go. You go first. Yeah, and I'm pushing. You go first. Yeah, no, it's too late. Look, you're so brave. You're so brave.
You look like you're really road weary, sir. Have you been many places, seen many things?
All right.
Would you like a pint? I give him my pint.
I'll crawl in first.
Oh, thanks. I'll hold it up almost like a shot glass. Oh, I don't mind if I do. And just kind of chug the whole thing.
I elbow Todd. He can drink.
He can drink.
He can drink.
Hi, I'm Todd.
Hello.
Todd will thread good, but you can call me Todd.
Nice to meet you, Todd. I am Andawin of the river.
Andawin.
I was named after the river. The river was not named after me.
Of the river. You're from the river. You're from a river.
Great River Andawin.
Yeah, I think he's saying that he was named after a river, not that he.
Oh,
how far away is that?
I was born along the
got my
Andawin
name from
river,
the river.
and I inherited its namesake.
Right there.
How far
See?
away is that? How many feet have you traveled?
I lost track long ago.
You can lose track.
It's
That's a lot of adventure.
far from here. Far
Do you miss it?
over the misty mountains to the east.
Wow.
Do you miss home?
Sometimes.
I understand that very well. We're pretty far from home ourselves right now.
Yeah. But the farthest, actually.
Yeah,
This is the farthest
Or-
we've ever been.
Are
Is
you
it furthest?
Yeah.
are you
Farthest.
not
We're the
hobbits of the
farthest.
Shire?
Yeah.
We're
Yep,
hobbits of the Shire.
That's absolutely right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
The Shire to the southwest, yes? That's Shire.
Yeah, okay, so
Right.
we're
Technically, it's like
we're
divided
east
into parts,
We're
but-
east
yep.
farthing, but we're also close to the south.
Right.
So there's
No,
a whole road that we have to
But
go
usually
on.
we just say Shire, just
No,
to
that's-
simplify things for
that's
people who don't know.
Understandable, yes. I just for a moment you had me wondering if there was, some other hobbit home.
Well,
reason.
Why's that?
There's North Farthing, and then there's the West Farthing, and then there's the South.
Those are the
Farthing.
farthings, pretty much. Just a bunch of
That's a lot
farthings.
of that's
And then
more
our
farthings
east.
than I have ever seen.
Yeah, it's a lot of. It's a big place. It's very big. Very big.
Those potatoes do
He
look
can
really
eat.
good.
Mister of the lake, no river of the river. Can I ask you then, like, why, if you're far from home, why are you here? Why that sounds like a tremendous distance.
Sometimes you just need to be away from home.
I don't follow.
You three are very forward with your questions.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that
Sorry,
means he
I'm
wants
sorry.
us to stop asking.
You're right.
Right.
You're right.
Now who's
this is
Aunt
not
Matilda?
I'm sorry. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Lawton Proudfoot. Pleasure's mine. I do
Nice
apologize
to
for
meet
the
you, Lawton.
forward. Would an ale? Would you like an ale? Let's get him an ale.
But he just had one, but all right.
Absolutely.
All right,
Love
then.
another ale.
He'll have
Okay,
another.
I got
Another
it. I got
pheasant,
it.
too, if only they didn't ask so much
How
coin.
is the pheasant?
Oh, it's
Is it good?
better than Hobbit.
Oh, you stop that. You stop that. Todd, get. Stop it. Todd, move.
Oh,
move.
wait, how...
Get you.
Wait, hold on. Hold
there.
on. How did this... Can you tell me how this Wolfman thing started? This is not a title I have ever claimed.
It feels a bit silly now to tell the story.
What story?
Well, what happened was,
Go on.
you were apparently sighted.
Crouching, crawling, eating hobbits.
Loping around in a wolf-like fashion.
Go, mister.
I feel as
Chewing the
though some
chompers.
details may have been
There.
added to this story when
Grinding
There
with
you go.
your
Big teeth.
big wolf teeth.
What are we talking about?
cited.
Grinding a hobbit
wait,
paste.
cited where?
What are we talking about?
In the Shire.
Yeah, in the Shire.
Where? I've never even.
We're talking about the Shire.
Well, we're talking about the story about the Wolfman and where that came
Oh,
from.
the story of the Wolfman. Okay. All right.
Oh,
so
no,
the
okay,
way
no,
the story went
Yeah, Lon
is
tells it really well.
they were
He
okay.
tells it really well,
So
but what if he upsets the man?
they were
We
out
were already too forward.
walking as they do, and they spotted some thing. That's the word they used. I'm not using that word. They said something was prowling about. Now they heard some howling, and they said the howling was coming from the big shadowy but fluffy. And they used the word fluffy figure. And
Bigger than a dog.
and then
But was able to stand up, right?
yeah, but standing up, and then there was more howling, and then they turned and they ran off in like the
Right, and then it stood up on its hind legs. Then it
Yeah.
would look like a man, and then
Yeah.
it like threw its head back and to the
Yeah.
moon went.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, but
very
it was
good
middle of the
story when
day.
they tell
I
it.
don't know why he said the moon, but yeah, it was absolutely. I mean,
That's
the way the story
that they're telling, and we learned that they exaggerate for better effect. So
Yeah.
clearly,
Which is really
Or,
surprising because this group of these hobbits, they
terrible.
never tell good stories.
No,
Terrible
no.
storytellers.
terrible. They're so boring
Not
to
a
listen
single-
to, and they'll go on
Truly.
for like 30 minutes, and you're like,
Yeah.
It's really like
that's enough. Thank
there's
you.
no
grass
point.
growing. Yeah.
But this is
You-
the one story they choose to exaggerate and make interesting.
Right. You lot are very energetic storytellers, I see. I have only crossed into the Shire a handful of times, but only once recently, a few months ago. I was hunting a pack of wolves.
Why were you doing that?
You're haunting wolves.
Oh, I
So we can still call you the Wolfman.
see where the confusion may have happened.
Stop that! You can't just call a person that. They didn't
Right,
pick
sorry.
the name.
Well, at this
that's
point,
how
if you
nicknames-
call me Wolfman, you'd not be the first. Apparently, it's
I'm
become
sorry,
people's
sir, of the
nickname for
river.
me around here to separate me from the Rangers.
Also, the story really
Who are
sort
the
of
Rangers, by
spread.
the way?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But-
all right. So he was hunting wolves. He
And
wasn't a
normally-
wolf man.
I normally do not hunt, if I can help it. We try to leave nature
He's
in
just
peace
kidnapped.
as much as we can, and that
Right.
includes predators. They are part of nature as well. But sometimes predators, they can get out of hand and unruly, and especially when they take a liking to the taste of blood. You know, once a wolf tastes a man, if it likes it, it will keep seeking that same taste forever.
No, really?
Or if a wolf tastes a hobbit,
Right. Right.
but if it
right.
likes the flavor, what then? Anyway, this pack of wolves, They had mauled some poor farmer's boy south of where I lived.
Oh.
And I knew then that they needed to be put down. Otherwise, they would keep doing it. They were too bold. I don't know what spurred them to such an action in the first place. It just seems the world around us becomes more hostile by the day. But either way, I tracked them into the Shire. Didn't kill all of them, but I killed their alpha.
Oh.
The biggest of the pack.
I'm sorry, is he telling us he saved Hobbit lives?
I mean, obviously, we there's been I haven't heard a single story of a wolf.
You know what, that's what I would say
us.
if I was going to eat a Hobbit.
Yeah, what?
What if he just wants to have dinner? No offense, but what if he just want to have dinner with us and fatten us up and then eat us later?
That sounds like a lot of work.
Seeing the way you've been eating, I don't think you need encouragement from me. You all have been packing it away, deceptively, quite a bit.
Well, no, it's just the pheasant that they gave us. It's small. You have to dig into it to get all of the meat.
Yeah.
That's just something waste
you
not,
don't want
wants
it to go
not.
to waste anyway, right?
We're going on big adventures, and we need lots
Exactly.
of energy and
fat.
strength and fat. So
Yep.
This is true. Cannot go on an adventure or wage a war without food for your people.
Oh, no one's waging war. We're just going on a little adventure from here to there.
I don't think.
And then we're coming back.
I did not mean you.
Oh.
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 oh,
Nor me. Or you get the wrong idea.
okay.
Well,
I met some southerners on the road. Said they were from a place called Dunland. Never been, never heard of it.
Oh, me
South
either.
of
Have I
here.
heard of it? Have we heard of it?
You can make a lore roll.
I haven't.
I think I
I'm
made a
just gonna say
roll
I don't.
last time or the time before, and I did not do well. So I feel like I
Well,
wouldn't
yeah,
know.
if we rolled for it already,
Okay.
then no.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
for
something
Dunland?
came up. I can't remember what.
Oh, okay,
Dunland,
okay.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
okay.
They were hardy men. Caught them robbing a farmstead.
You know, Barnabas? What was his name again?
Barnibus?
Barnabas.
The tavern
The innkeep.
owner. Yeah.
Tavern
Right.
owner.
He was saying that there's that there were lots of raiders and thieves and also rangers, and that it was very unusual. Have
He
you
is
found
not
that to
wrong.
be the case?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I have. You know, when I first ventured into the Westlands some years back, I would go many months without incident. This week, in the span of just 3 days, I've run into these burglars twice, raiders and bandits.
Oh.
Oh.
It's become quite dangerous. They were robbing a farmstead south of here. Said they were gathering food. But it is not winter. So, you are gathering food, you are either taking a journey or waging a war. What else would you gather food for?
Well, to eat.
Not that kind of gather food, I mean great stockpiles.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you should see me at lunch.
Yeah. But I mean, I defer to your
Clever.
expertise here. So
At any rate, yes, what you say is true. The roads have become dangerous and the raiders are out and about.
Perhaps maybe we should consider postponing our adventure to
Right.
when it's a little bit safer.
yeah, what was the word again? I forgot the word. What was
I've already forgotten it as well.
So
something-
tell me,
No
if
good?
your travels from the Shire are a long way from home, then what is your idea of an adventure?
Well, we've been on a little bit of
well-
one so far.
Seeing elves, or seeing mountains, or seeing great seas. or
We could skip the
Seeing-
dragon. We don't need to
Seeing
see
a
a dragon.
wolf man.
seeing dragons.
Well, I mean,
a wolf man.
We
We're
did.
friends with
We
one
saw
now.
them. We could
no,
go back
actually,
and say we met the
you've
wolf
won
man
me a
and
bet.
survived.
You have won me a bet. That's right. That's right. You won me a
I was
bet.
hoping you would forget about that.
Well, now
a
you
big
can
bet. There's
return
like 9 of
victorious
us
to
in
the
it.
Shire someday and tell them you've tamed the mighty wolfman.
Well, no,
Team, that's a bit
that would
much.
be that'd be rude. I don't want to do that to you and your name and your you know.
I care not what stories you spread. People will say what they will say.
Well,
That's true,
yes.
isn't it?
Well, but then
You know,
we
if
have
I could
some
just have a
control.
little bit of that, I don't, you know, get that sense into my brain so I'm not so upset when rumors are spreading around.
Well, when you spend your whole life fighting against rumors, eventually you become quite numb to them.
Well, that's
Oh, I feel bad.
Oh, no. No, not the rumors you started here. Those are entirely harmless.
Didn't start them. Technically.
I don't know. I yelled in your face. I mean, that could have hurt your ears. I'm sorry.
I definitely thought you were
so-
going to eat us. I apologize.
She.
Well,
I did
as long as you get me
At
another
one point.
pheasant, we can probably avoid that.
You can have mine. No, I regret that. I'll get you another.
It's okay. Yeah.
I'll get you.
How about I go?
Here.
I can go get some. I'll go
Okay,
get some more ale and pheasant. And, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. I grab hers, her little plate, and I pull it over and I start picking at it. She's gone.
Oh, sir, can we have more pints and more pheasants,
Oh,
please?
that's the 3. This will be your 3rd pint. And
Right.
all right.
Could we make that 1, 2, 3, 4? The Wolfman. Well, he's really like 3 people in one. Could we make that 6 pints?
6 pints.
1, 2, 3. 3 pheasants? No, make that 4 pheasants. 5 to be safe.
Very well. It'll just be a few moments.
Okay, thank you. We'll just be right over
We'll
there.
bring the pheasants over.
Okay, I've got a full spread coming.
Oh, I push the plate back over to where she was sitting.
But... So your adventure is to meet an elf or a dragon, you say?
Wow, that's her adventure.
No. We could
That's-
skip the dragon.
That's her adventure.
You would not want to meet one.
No.
A dragon.
Have you met a
Oh,
dragon?
Oh.
Wait, you've met one?
You're lingering.
You would not want to meet one.
But that's implying that he's met one.
He's met a dragon.
No.
What did they look like?
You're lying.
What did it smell like?
Wait, is this like...
Was it shiny?
Did you see a lizard and it was just like a very big and you're like, oh, I can tell a story about this now.
Was it as big as a house?
No. Not quite that big.
Oh.
Well, what happened?
We killed it. It wasn't like the dragons people tell stories about either. This one didn't breathe fire. Wasn't bigger than a house.
Oh.
I'd say it was about the size of 3 horses.
Oh.
That's about right.
And you mean a real horse, right? Like, not like a pony.
Hey,
Oh, golly.
Right.
What was it doing? What was it doing?
white people live far to the east of here. We dwell in separate clans. Clan to the north of mine has an elder, a woman, Horanir. Her daughter, in turn, very young. Only 7 years. This winged serpent, size of 3 horses, came down. And it just plucked her right off her feet.
Oh no.
And it flew up into the mountains. She called upon her clan and mine. We would return her daughter to her if we could. Of course, we told her this is folly to chase that which flies, especially up into the mountains. And besides, as grim as it may seem, there's no way we would get there before she is devoured. But Coronir, she is special. She was born with no light in her eyes. She does not see. But she hears. She hears things the rest of us cannot hear.
Wow.
She hears whispers on the wind coming through the leaves of the trees. They speak to her. Things that the rest of us cannot hear. They tell her of things to come. And things which have been. And she has never been wrong. Not once. And in her grief, she asked the wind itself what became of her daughter. And she told us she heard the whisper back. Her daughter yet lives.
Oh.
Who are we to doubt the chieftain of Clan Whisperwind? She has never been wrong.
Oh.
So we rallied our people and we headed into the mountains. It was many days climbing up the misty mountains. Cold and unforgiving place. But we pressed on.
And then what happened?
Oh, yeah.
We climbed up to the summit. Well, one of the summits of Misty Mountains is many separate mountains. But we knew where it was. She told us exactly which mountain it would be on. When we reached the top, we then understood.
Understood what?
A giant winged serpent at the end of the day, still part of nature. And like many other creatures in nature, mothers protect and feed their young. She wanted something small to feed her children that were about to hatch.
Oh.
But they had not hatched yet. And our chieftain's daughter yet lived.
Oh.
Now, this creature was not like dragons in the stories. It does not speak. There was no conversation to be had when we encroached on its nest. We fought bitterly. Not just me. My whole clan. At least those of us able-bodied. 40 of us climbed that mountain. Only 34 returned.
Oh.
But now there is no more winged serpent to snatch up our children. Sometimes you go seeking adventure, but sometimes it just comes straight to your home. Gora lives, though. Clan Whisperwind will have their next chieftain someday. So there you have it. Not a dragon. Don't know if that answer satisfies you.
Oh,
That was maybe the best story I've ever heard in my
Did you
whole life.
eat it? Did you, you know, not wasting and everything like that? Did you eat it?
We could not carry it down the mountain.
Yeah, but you could get like a haunch or something, right? Or
Oh, would you want to eat it?
I don't
I
know.
was preoccupied after the battle.
I mean, okay, all right. I just.
Lord, you're telling
I
me you would eat a
imagine-
dragon?
I imagine some of the others took teeth and fang and claw to fashion heirlooms or weapons as
can't
we
eat
often
teeth.
do.
Yeah,
That's
no,
just
maybe.
gaudy.
Well, you can make a
Well,
bone
so
broth.
it's
You
just-
can make a
so
bone
it's-
broth with it. You
Oh, I
could. You
guess.
could.
Yeah, but
yeah,
not
you
if
can
they're gonna, wear it like
Dragon
trinkets and
broth.
Like a bone broth out of
Excuse me.
teeth.
No. Oh, Mr. Gandalf.
Gandalf.
We
I
met the
interrupt.
wolf man. No.
Did you say Gandalf?
Yes.
Some
Yes.
We're
call
traveling
me
with
by
Mr.
that
Gandalf here.
name.
Gandalf. Mr. Gandalf. This is Andawin of the River.
Nonsense. Who are you really?
What?
What do you mean? Of course it's.
You look familiar. You are...
I am Andawin of the River, of Clan Westwatcher, of the House of Bayorn.
of Bayorn.
Indeed. And it has been nearly 40 years since the one called Gandalf passed through my father's lands.
40
And he
years,
was
he's
already old and grey.
Oh.
Surely he must be dead by now.
He could have gone when he was 20, you know.
Maybe he
Mr.
went away
Gandalf is
early.
10,000 years old.
That's not true. Shh.
At least.
No.
If you are from Bayorn's clan, then it is most wonderful to meet you. Even if we have not met personally before. I am in
10,000.
fact Gandalf. Still old and grey, yes. And I have walked this land and the lands beyond the Misty Mountains for quite some time.
I see. And I suppose I should not question the words of a wizard. Perhaps his magic extends your life. Either way. An honor to meet an ally.
It is in fact an honor to meet you. Oh,
The small one. He was a hobbit. Bilbo.
yes.
Did he make it home?
Oh, yes, he did.
I told you. I told you. I told
That is
you.
good to hear.
Mr.
Wait, you know Bilbo?
I don't suppose you have any of your famed honey cakes.
I
Wait,
have
you
not
like
had
honey?
enough honey to make one.
Oh, I have honey.
I would-
We make honey.
Todd makes her own honey.
I'm a bee
brought
charmer.
honey with us. Yeah.
She's a bee charmer.
Well, you should
I knew
know.
I said-
And London grows the best weed in all the Shire. The best long bottom, the best leaf in all the Shire.
No, I mean, it's
My
it's not as good
excitable
as-
friends here are saying is that
Please join
maybe
us.
they might be able to help you with finding honey. I know that it has been a very long time since I've had a honey cake.
It's been a long time since I've had cause to make one. And, well, make space. Not keep an honored elder standing here.
Oh,
No,
thank you.
when you
pheasants.
say
Have a seat.
cake, do you mean like fluffy cake, or do you mean like cake like a cookie-sized cake, like a little dessert
Best
cake or
way
a
to
tea cake?
describe it would be like a wafer, perhaps, but a bit heavier, a bit
Right.
thicker.
So something to have with tea, perhaps?
Suppose it would go well
Okay, here's the
with tea,
first 3
yes.
pints.
Three. Don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
Well, it's rather nice. I see that my friends have started devouring their meals and devouring your ear at the same time.
Here's the other 3. And the pheasants.
I'll
They're
take
coming.
one,
I'm
thank
so
you.
sorry.
Truth
Very
be
well.
told, it's been a long time since I've had a real conversation with anyone west of the mountains.
Yes.
Suppose on this day the company is welcome.
What brings you so far across the misty mountains?
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
It is a very dangerous journey. Any orcs and goblins about?
No. Are there?
I met some of their ilk already.
What?
I stood alone against 5 but 4 days ago.
What?
Where?
What?
4 days. 4 days. That's so
From here?
close.
Oh, we got
5 of them?
What are we thinking? What's the word?
By yourself.
Oh,
South of here, Honored Elder. They were occupying some sort of ruin, origins of which I do not know.
It's most strange.
I bid them just let me pass, and they would not.
I don't suppose they would, unless you had something to barter.
I'll not barter with goblins. I did make them an offer. They let me pass. I let them keep their lives. They declined.
That's peculiar indeed.
I did think it strange to encounter them so close.
Do you think he's saying that he killed 5 orcs by himself?
sorry, I don't know something.
I think that's what he's saying.
We need to bring him with us.
It's troubling
Wasn't
news.
just-
I spoke with
wasn't
another
just-
friend. Saw them when I entered the tavern. I've heard tale of goings on about Brie land, and it is most troubling. I fear shadows grow ever more in the east.
Write that down.
Shadows.
That's good for the book. Write that down.
I spoke to a shadow but 2 days ago.
Spoke to a shadow.
A shadow. A pretender claiming to be my fallen brother. Spoke with the voice of a dead man. And it was not far from here.
These are so good with these lines. Oh gosh.
He spoke to the dead.
I can't.
As you say,
Spoke to
quite
the dead.
troubling.
Most troubling indeed.
Okay, here you go.
Even more troubling was that it knew my name.
That's a good line, too.
I say.
Verbatim.
Are you all writing this down?
What? No. I mean,
Verbatim. I'm writing down the word verbatim.
But yes, troubling indeed. And that's to say nothing of the bandits and raiders in the area, men turning to steal. You heard of a place called Dunland? I have never been or never seen.
The Duneland, yes. South. South of the... southwest of the Misty Mountains. There are peoples that have been... they have struggled throughout the years. They are often pitted against people of Rohan.
Rohan. Never been there either. And I have heard of it. Horsemen like my people.
Horsemen, write that down.
From the Dunelanders
Rohan.
to be here. That is far from their home.
They were raiding. As I said, I stood alone against 5 goblins. I also stood against 5 Dunelanders. Though I was not alone that time.
Who's with you?
A dwarf. Dwarf named Rio.
We know Rios.
Is he okay? He's
late. He's got her birthday present. Supposed to.
He's got my birthday present.
Yeah.
Oh.
And my new pipe.
Yeah.
I see. Well, I don't think you need to worry about Rio. He will be okay, I'm sure. He claims to be a merchant,
Oh. Yeah.
but he swings an axe with great precision.
What?
That man has seen many battles.
What?
I met him on the road. And it was he who helped me defeat these Dunelanders that were burning farmsteads to the south.
Really?
Perhaps you will listen to my counsel, Gandalf. Since the others around here have turned a deaf ear to a wild man that they do not trust. The Dunelanders are doing something. They spoke of stockpiling and gathering food.
And not just for lunch?
Yeah,
Not
right.
just for lunch, no. They were gathering large amounts, and I can tell you, I come from a people with a long and storied history of war. You stockpile food before winter, or before war. There would be no reason for them to be out raiding and plundering.
This bodes ill. We were
That was my thought.
on our way to Tharbad. I needed
Oh.
to speak with Captain there and with another associate.
Oh, bad. Well, perhaps you will find Rio yet.
Well, what troubles me is that Tharbad has also been target for the Dunelanders. What you speak of may very well be open war.
This is precisely what I told them in Tharbad, but they would not hear me. What would a woodsman know of the cultures of their people? Blah, blah.
Captain
They would not hear me.
Gurnow of Tharbad is far from the captains of old. He is a bandit himself, taken to mastering this place. He has done a better job, surprisingly, than many of the others that have tried. But I fear this may be too much, and the people of Tharbad do not deserve such open war.
Bandits. They excel at battle, but only when they have numbers and surprise. I would not trust a bandit to fight a fair war. They would lose.
This is most troubling indeed. I feel we must make our way to Tharbad. First light.
Would you be opposed to me joining you? I also travel south. Partly because my home is south of here, but also I must return to Rio.
Very well. Another strong hand would be well appreciated.
Maybe you can
As
find
long as
water.
you promise not to eat
You're-
us.
Yeah.
Well, what else am I going to eat?
Are you any
Your
good at
honey
hunting?
cakes.
That's a great idea. Okay, no Hobbit.
Why do I feel like I narrowly avoided death?
Oh, it wouldn't taste good anyway. We're all muscle and sinew, really. You know, just chewing.
Well, all
and-
fat, really.
Yeah.
Going to slide a wry smile to Gandalf only.
Fat's wonderful.
Oh, well, he said he wasn't going to eat us. But what happens if he gets hungry?
Well, Andawin of the river. It's good to have you join our company. Unfortunate though the circumstances may be, at first light, the ride to Tharbad.
I'm sorry! Dude, I have goosebumps!
To Tharbad then. And my Yonike spear. An iron oak spear is with you.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to end the episode today.
Dude!
Oh my god. Dude, the last I literally was in the prancing pony for the last hour. Like I was literally there. That entire scene was
So good. So
Holy shit! And we met the Wolfman and lived.
holy shit, dude. Also, I know that we have other things to talk about, but I just can't stop myself. That story, Fairlight, that you told was
Dude,
one
it
of the
was so
most
good.
riveting experiences
God.
of my life.
It was so well done.
Unreal. It was so
Thank you.
good.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
Yeah.
And while we're talking about the episode, forget shoutouts. For those of you watching, I don't know how much tabletop you watch, but as a player, it's really difficult to do a scene alone with the GM. And Fairlight fucking destroyed today. That
dude.
I agree.
The horror
100%.
scene. I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? I had to do this at some point off screen because I had so much like tension that I didn't know what to do. It was great.
It was so insane.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man.
You did a sick job.
You would have loved last week too, then.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I'm gonna
yeah.
watch it. I
Last
do
week
plan
was
on watching it. I was just
insane.
incredibly ill, but I heard and I saw that when I woke up. I saw the Discord. Mirggles going like, "Oh my God, this is so crazy! Just end the episode here." I was like, "What happened?"
Wonderful
Oh
episode,
my
everybody.
God.
Good job. Well done. Let me just take off my face. There we go.
It's so cool watching
Oh.
your eyes move
Oh, my
around too
goodness,
while you're
it's Wax
thinking.
Stephen.
Yeah.
Gandalf? You're not Gandalf?
Thank you for joining us this week, everybody. As always, much appreciated. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you're following all these wonderful people. Head on over to tablestory.tv/ashes to go follow them in all of the places. If you have yourself a Prime Gaming sub that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes, or just support them and throw money at them. You know, whatever. Just do the Fry in Futurama thing at the screen. Just throw money at them. You all get 3 skill points and 3 adventure points. We will. So there's a fellowship phase, but I think because of the dire nature of the way that things are going to go, it's normally quite a while. But we're going to shrink it down to make sure that you get this fellowship phase.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a downtime thing, where we're going to say that it's just kind of like a night here, and you have the opportunity to level up some stuff, etc. If you want to get any supplies, it's probably a good place to do so. We're gonna go around the room. We're gonna do some shout outs and wrap things up for the day. Why don't we start off with Fairlight today?
Hi, I'm Fairlight, aka Jesse, also playing Andawin of the River of the House of Beorn, something I've been waiting to say actually out loud on the show for a while now. I don't even know what else to say. Today was spectacular. Every episode pretty much has been so spectacular. I'm just very privileged to be here. Thanks for having me. Right. You're gonna make me self-promote, so I'll do it, I suppose. You can find me over on twitch.tv/Fairlight_Excalibur. The links are down there in chat and stuff. And I break games, play a lot of strategy games, and figure out how to ruin them. That's kind of what I do.
Thank you so much. And Aaron, PB, why don't you go next?
Hi, I'm Pumpkinberry. This was awesome, and it was so fun, and my brain is melted, and that's it. And thank you so much for adventuring with us.
And go check out
the song is going to ruin my life. Okay.
Go check out Pumpkinberry's channel where she's playing through the Metal Gear Solid series.
Oh, I am.
Metal Gear
it's so
series.
good.
And,
I'm playing for the first time.
Yeah.
So good.
Please go check
it's
it
so
out.
Good.
Thank you so much, PB. Mirggles.
Hello, I'm Mirggles. I'm gonna cry. The song is so good. I'm just so happy to be here every week. I'm just very, very happy. I feel just very honored to be doing anything with Tablestory ever. It's the best thing in the world, and it brings me immense joy. I have to get Fairlight into playing Crusader Kings 3 so that he can play Crusader Kings 3 Realms in Exile mod, which is the Lord of the Rings mod, and he'd really like it, so I'm saying it out loud now so that he looks into that. And thank you so much for having me. I don't have anything to shout out. Thank you. This is the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mirggles. Aaron.
Hi, everybody. My name's Aaron, okay, I'm a writer, and if you want to know more about that, you can find me on Twitter. And I definitely want to jump. I really like
Twitter.
At Aaron B. Wright. I do like hitting on a few points here at the end, and I hope that's okay with you guys. But every episode has been incredible. Everybody has been doing such a wonderful job. It is a joy to RP across from these people. But a very specific point this week, while Anduin was in that awful place, there was a point where the silence lingered, and it was glorious. The music was just right. It was building tension, and both of you were quiet, and it was wonderful. I think that is a very difficult thing to do online when you're, in a setting like this, trying to create some tension. So I just really wanted to sort of shout that out. Really good job, you two. It was amazing.
Thank you so much, buddy. Great job to everybody. It was a wonderful episode. Thank you so much to you, chat, for being here. As always, we appreciate you. Much love. Thank you. Thank you to my wonderful role players. Thank you, Fairlight. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Mirggles. Thank you, PB, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. If you guys, I didn't show it too much, but I did make this map of Brie. Because
oh my God,
so sick.
So good.
There's really not too many usable maps for Brie, and it wasn't in the books that we had. So I was like, well, I gotta make it. I gotta do it because they're probably gonna be here very often throughout the adventure. And I was like, we got to do it. We got to do it. So
it's
amazing.
Wonderful. It's wonderful. The plots of land for farming, the walls that you can see that are built for the houses, the groupings in the town itself. I was looking at the little, the smoke coming out of what would be the chimneys for each of the. It's a very, very good map.
So this is I actually made this map. This is based off of the original Tolkien map. So I used that as the stencil for where everything is. And then I just, jazzed it up. But that's why everything is positioned the way that it is, etc. It was like, I was looking for a map. I was like, how am I going to do this? I was like, I got to make it. I just got to fucking make it. I showed it to Brad. He's like, there's no way you can get this done. I was like, I got to do it. Stayed up to like midnight last night working on it.
Oh, dude.
So,
I
had to show it off a little bit.
Yeah. It's great.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Hopefully, we'll see you for 100 Club, which is in 2 weeks. I think we've got Spellwind on Wednesday next week. I think we are doing that. So Spellwind's probably the next show here on Tablestory. And we'll see you hopefully next week for Ashes as we continue on through Middle-earth. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Peace out. Have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, and happy holidays. Bye.
Happy holidays.